Shalom. Kahalo, Yahawah Bahashem, Yahawah Bahashem, Habakakadash. Shalom to the brothers out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the sisters out there that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith and remaining faithful to their husbands and guiding their children. Shalom to the 12 tribes that are scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and blessings to you all. Barakathon. The title of this lesson is going to be The Righteous Man Shall Stand in Great Boldness. Right. This lesson was sparked from a video that just surfaced, which I'm going to share with you later, where an Edomite basically went after this Gadite woman and ended up getting her ass smacked, right? And as I sat there and watched her in her dramatic recoil phase, that's when the lesson started to spark in me. And, the Spirit brought to my remembrance, a few things that took place in previous months. And so I thought that I'd share those with you too, to prove a point, because what's going to happen is as we see the downfall that's taking place amongst Esau's kingdom, this final kingdom that's going to be destroyed real soon, as we see it in this dramatic decline, we're seeing the people that benefited from this system also begin to spiral out of control, and in their desperate attempt to try and bring things back to what they were, they're finding that it's not working in their favor anymore the way it used to. You see what I'm saying? Not the way it used to. And what you see on the screen is what every so-called Negro, Latino, and Native understands full well. It's white privilege, so-called white privilege, right? And and we're seeing that just drop. It's like an anvil that's been dropped from a 40-story building. You know what I'm saying? You're seeing it drop. That's how that white privilege is. That's how it's being displayed right now. If I could use that analogy, that's what it's being displayed as. So before I get into the lesson, I want to share with y'all the clips that I have lined up for you. All right, so bear with me real quick.
Girl big and pregnant. He talking about, or what? I would have decked his ass.
Is that threatening you? I did not threaten you. I said you were a dummy and she was just in your driver. You get out of my face. Get out of my face.
Walking up on his face like that. Is she walking up on you?
Exactly.
You need to back the fuck up. What? You heard what the fuck I said? I said you need to back the fuck up. That's a woman. You're a mama. And you's a motherfucking man. Now what you gonna do? Go the fuck off. Go the fuck off. Go the fuck off. Put that gun away. Fuck you. Put that gun away, motherfucker. Go ahead. Go ahead. You just threatened me. Away. You just threatened me, motherfucker. Fuck you.
Go to the store.
Go in the store. You're not a man.
Go in the store.
motherfucking hands on me. I don't give a fuck who you call.
You did this. You're the one that's aggressive to everybody.
I don't care who you call. Call a guy. Call a
You're
guy.
getting in my face in this way.
Yes,
I
you
have
do.
full record of all that because I'm here for it
That's
today.
right. I'm a pregnant woman. You got her all in your face. We got this lady filming.
Just walk away.
He's got a gun, ma'am.
I've been recording every second, sir, since you got out of the car.
Do your business. Get the fuck one out of here. Hey. Go ahead. I'm gonna take it. Don't worry.
Thank you so much.
Yes, I am.
You were about to hit a pregnant woman. I have it here on camera.
I'm on film, boy. I don't give a fuck. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah. My face. I tell you what. Hey, I will break your motherfucking face. What? That's what I said.
Ooh.
That's
Let me
what I
get
said.
my
Put your
shit.
hands on. Go ahead. Put your hands on. Put your hands on. You got a gun. What? That's legal. So what? Illegal. You jumped on a pregnant woman. A gun at somebody is legal. I ain't pointed at nobody. You're a lying motherfucker. I got it on real. Go ahead. You motherfucker. That's right. You motherfucker. Do it again. Do it again. I'm going to kill you, you motherfucker. Come on. You don't hit people. You don't try to hit a gun. What the hell is wrong with you? What?
Walked into her. This is going all over the internet. You don't know who I am. You told her to go back to her country where she's from.
That's assault.
Yeah.
You guys know that, right?
Yeah.
Where were you born? Where were you born? Where were you born? Bitch, I was born in America, bitch. Where are your ancestors from? They're not from this country. You're going back to Mexico. Bitch, you better go back to where you're from. You
just walked into her.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you deserved it.
Oh my God.
In my opinion. Yeah, you pushed her and she smacked you. That was self-defense on her part.
Oh, she grabbed.
All right. So as you see there, I gave you three examples of this lesson, right? Of what this lesson is based on. 3 examples. Where do I start? Okay. So the first one I showed you was an event that took place a year ago. Clearly you see an Edomite that's approaching a so-called black woman, you know what I'm saying? A Judite woman, from what it looks like. You know what I mean? So you have an Edomite that's approaching an Israelite woman who's pregnant and is threatening her, clearly is threatening her. Up in her face, so on and so forth, and you know what I'm saying? This is an Edomite. This is an Edomite in a system that benefits him. Okay, so what would he have done and what would he have gotten away with? You see, many of us already know all too well what the outcome would have been, right? But then you had an Israelite man that came to her defense. Now the moment he hits this brother, my man hits him back, right? My man hits him back, and he stumbles, and all of a sudden he's the victim. You see how that works? You see how that works? he all of a sudden became the victim in his own mind, right? Because one of the things that I tell people is when these things happen, the same way you saw with the clip I gave you right after that, with that Edomite woman that went after that Israelite woman, you know what I'm saying? Spat in her face, and then the Israelite went and slapped her ass. Just one slap. Right? And she falls to the floor. All dramatic style, right? And then you had the final clip that I showed y'all. And that was just reported today. Right? You had a Gadite woman who, as you saw in the film, as you saw in the footage, the Edomite spat in her face, and the Gadite was still walking away. You see, first of all, what happened to that Edomite? She was what they call white shame, right? She underwent what they call white shaming, because when she asked, "Where were you born?" the Gadite told her, "I was born in America. Where my ancestors were born. Where were you from?" Right? So that white shaming hit her where it hurts. You know what I'm saying? Hit her right where it hurts. And so she says, "Oh, you're gonna go back to Mexico." Now she's confusing a Gadite for an Issacharite. Okay? But you gotta understand how Esau is. You gotta understand what they are, man. They don't give a fuck. They don't care what tribe you from, man. A nigga is a nigga to them. A nigga is a nigga to them, man. You gotta understand. This is Esau's world. And they don't care. So, after that dart hit to the heart, she decided to go and grab up on this Gadite. To which case, the Gadite woman went to slap her. Didn't seem like she slapped her very hard. Didn't seem like she slapped her hard at all, really. I'm just being frank with you. You know what I'm saying? The woman from the clip before that gave a real good slap, in my opinion. A real good slap. You know what I'm saying? But this Gadite woman, I think she went soft. I think she went easy on her. But that was enough to cause this Edomite to walk away and be all, what's the word? I can't really say, but she was stammered, I guess, right? So back to my point, what I say is, it's when they get hit by a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native, you know what I'm saying? When they get hit back, what's happening here is not the actual hit. It's not the actual hit, because this is some small time stuff, man. It's not like the person that actually the person that actually gave the hit didn't even put any real force behind it. Like the brother from the first clip, he didn't put all his full force in that. I can tell he didn't put his full force in that punch. He didn't. You know what I'm saying? The Judite woman, she didn't put that much force. She just gave one slap, and that was it. The Gadite woman, she barely grazed her. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about the hit. What you're looking at is these people who are hit by shock. It's the shock that gets them. It's not the actual hit. It's the shock at the fact that these people who they deem as niggers, spicks, tontos, wetbacks, actually hit back. You see what I'm saying? This is how Esau sees you. This is how these Edomites see you. They see you as less than human. They see you as less than people. So they're used to an atmosphere where, you know, they could beat up on Jake and Jake wouldn't be able to fight back. You know what I'm saying? No Israelite would be able to really fight back. Like they would say, oh, yes, massa, you know what I'm saying, and get back to it. Right? Or they're used to doing whatever the hell they please. And we would just allow it to happen. Because like the scriptures say, there would be no might in our hands. But now all of a sudden it's something different. It's something different because their mind is still in the time of the good old days, as they call them. The good old days. But they're faced with a different generation. You see what I'm saying? They're faced with something new. Something that they're not used to. Right? So, I spoke enough. So let me get into some precepts. I'm going to start off with Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. Alright, Salaki. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. It says, Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. Right? So let's break that down. Let's break that down. It says, Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness. Who is the righteous man? Who are the righteous? Who's the seed of the righteous? That's the Israelites. The Israelites are that righteous seed. The Israelites are that righteous seed. Right? It says, Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him. Who afflicted the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and natives? Who afflicted the Israelites? It's these so-called Caucasians, these so-called white people, these Edomites. They have afflicted their brother Jacob. They have afflicted us. You see what I'm saying? The scriptures say that. It's all throughout the scriptures. Let me see if I can find a precept real quick. It says, let me see. I know how it goes. The controversy of Son. Controversy. Slide your brother and bear with me. Here we go. This is Isaiah chapter 34, verse 8. It says, For it is the day of Yahawah's vengeance, and the year of recompense, for the controversy of Zion. For the controversy of Zion. Who's the most high at controversy with? Right? Who's he taking vengeance on? These Idumeans. These Idumeans. Who are these Idumeans? They are the Edomites. The Edomites, the children of Esau. These so-called white people. These so-called white people. All you gotta do is jump up a couple verses. This is verse 6, Isaiah 34 and 6. It says, The sword of Yahawah is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For Yahawah hath a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. He's coming after these so-called Caucasians, man. He's coming after these Edomites. Okay? He's coming after them. And it's going to be bloody. It's going to be bloody. But let me continue on. This is back in Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1 again. It says, Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. Made no account of his labors. Okay? You got the so-called Native Americans. Their land was taken from them. Their land was taken from them. And the moment this Gadite got into history, it was a straight up arrow shot to this Edomite's feelings. You see, because the one thing an Edomite hates is when you bring up their history. The one thing an Edomite hates is when you bring up the history, the true history. The true history. Not that garbage that they feed you in elementary school and high school. No. The true history of what they've done. The true history of what they are. They hate that. They hate that. And that's why she did what she did. That's why. See, that's why she came after Gadite, after that Gadite, the way she did. You see what I'm saying? Let me see. This is let me get Habakkuk. Habakkuk chapter 2. Let me see. It's Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4. It says, Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. But the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. And every single one of these Edomites that got slapped or got punched in these videos that I shared with y'all, what were they? They were all prideful. All prideful. All of them were proud. Proud to be an American, right? That's cold. That's saying you're proud of being a murderer. You're proud of being a rapist. You're proud of being a thief, right? Because that's how America was. That's how America was founded. They'll never tell you how America was truly founded. No, America wasn't founded off nothing mutual. Nothing mutual. No, America was founded off of rape, robbery, and murder. That's what America was founded on. This is John. Let me go to the book of John, chapter 10, verse 10. John chapter 10, verse 10, it says, The thief cometh not, but for to steal, and to kill, and to destroy. That's what these Edomites came to do. They came to steal, and kill, and destroy. Came to steal your land, came to kill your people, and came to destroy your heritage and everything that you once stood for. That's what the thief came to do. That's Esau, Edom. That's them. That's these people. That's these people. These so-called Caucasians. That's who they are. That's who they are. Okay? Let me see if I can get another scripture. Let me go to Job. Let me go to the book of Job. See, them good old days is over, man. Them good old days is long done. They are long done, man. You know what I'm saying? But trust and believe me, Esau's trying to get it back. They are desperate to get it back. They want it back. Oh, they want those good old days back, damn it. They want them back. And they are going to do everything in their power to make sure it comes back. That's why you see all these gun stores, their gun sales is shooting through the roof. Because Esau is getting ready to try and bring those good old days back. Oh yes. Oh yes. And they have a president in place that allows them to be who they really are. You see what I'm saying? You best believe it. You best believe this thing's coming. Let me get the book of Job, chapter 20. Verse 20. What happened after that woman felt shamed? She went after that Gadite woman. You know what I'm saying? What happened after that? What happened after that Edomite man got shamed in front of both of those women? The pregnant woman, both the pregnant woman and the woman that was filmed, right? What happened? What happened when that man got shamed in front of them? You see what I'm saying? Oh, he took the first punch. As weak shit as that was, he took the first punch. You know what I'm saying? This is Job 20:20 says, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. And what do these Edomites desire? They desire those good old days back. They desire for America to be made great again. You see? But those of us who understand the truth of history, we understand that there was never any great days in the history of America. There were never any great days. No. America was never great. You see? This country has nothing but blood on its hands. Nothing but. Okay? So when they say make America great again, that's what they want. They want to go back to those evil, wicked days of savagery, of theft, of rape, of robbery, and having no recourse, having no consequences for what they do. No negative consequences for what they do. That's what they want. Let me read that again. It says, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. You're never going to get that back. But you will try. And when you truly get down with it, that's when the Most High is going to send his troops. That's when the Most High is going to send his troops. These so-called UFOs that y'all seeing everywhere, that y'all seeing show up on the scene all over the place, that's his troops. Those are the angels. Those are the angels. This is that shit that Esau don't want you to know about. This is that shit that they don't want y'all to talk about, man. This is it. Let me go back to Habakkuk. Chapter 3, verse 16. Habakkuk chapter 3, verse 16, it says, when I heard, my belly trembled, my lips quivered at the voice. Rottenness entered into my bones, and I trembled in myself, that I might rest in the day of trouble. When he cometh up unto the people, who is he? Who is that he? The Most High Yahawah. When he sends his son Yahawah the king to come back, when he cometh up unto the people, he will invade them with his troops. It's going to be an invasion, y'all. It's going to be an invasion. It's going to happen just like Independence Day. The only difference is Esau don't come out on top. That's the only difference. It's going to be just like Independence Day with those concentrated beams of light and heat, and everything's going to be decimated and destroyed in an instant. Oh yes. Oh yes, it's going to be just like that. Just like that. The only difference is Esau, Edom, does not come out the victor. There's not going to be a single casualty on the Most High side. It's not going to be a single casualty. It's going to be utterly pointless. Utterly pointless. If you want to find that out, go ahead and read the account. Go ahead and read the account in 2nd Esdras. 2nd Esdras chapter 13, verse 1 through 11. Go ahead and read that. That'll show you the whole account. It's going to be nothing but a one-sided landslide. I'm going to put it that way. Okay? They're not going to get back that which they desired. They're not going to have those good old days. America's not going to be great again. No. No, it's going to be nothing but death and destruction for these Edomites. And they're going to be brought into chains, into slavery. The same way they brought us into it. As it is written in Isaiah the 14th chapter, verse 1 and 2. As it is written in Revelations chapter 13, verse 9 and 10. Okay? It's going to happen. As it is written in Psalms chapter 148. Let me get that real quick. Here we go. Salakia, it wasn't 148. This is Psalms 149. Psalms chapter 149, verse 5. You know, and I'm going to start at verse 4. It says, "For Yahawah taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation." With the meek with salvation. He will beautify the meek with salvation. The poor. The poor. Who we talking about here? We talking about the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American and Native Indians. You see what I'm saying? This is what we talking about here, man. This is what we talking about. The Native Indians, the Latinos, and the Negroes, so-called. That's what's coming. That's what's coming. The Most High is going to beautify his people. He will take pleasure in his people, and he will beautify the meek with salvation. Salvation is not for everybody. Salvation is not for everybody. Check this. Verse 5, it says, "Let the saints be joyful." Who are the saints? The saints are the Israelites, as it is written in the previous chapter. Psalms 148, verse 14. Let me get that real quick. It says, "He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints." Who are his saints? Even the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye Yahawah. Who's that people that's near to him? The children of Israel. Who are the children of Israel? The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and natives. You see what I'm saying? So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians. For all y'all black-only Israelites, no, y'all wrong in this. Y'all are wrong in this, and y'all gonna be found. Y'all gonna be found. Man, look. Continuing on. This is Psalms chapter 149. Verse 5 again says, "Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of Yahawah be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand." Oh, it ain't gonna be pretty, man. It ain't gonna be pretty when the Israelites come back into power. Oh no, we are going to slay. We are going to lay them all in the ground, man. Verse 7. What we gonna do? "To execute vengeance upon the heathen, and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains, to bind their kings with chains, and their nobles with fetters of iron." They're gonna have chains. They're gonna have chains on their necks. They're gonna have chains on their legs, on their arms. Oh yes. Oh yes. It's coming. It's coming real soon. Verse 9. "To execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. praise ye Yahawah. And I pray that I'm counted one of those. I pray that I'm counted one of those saints. I pray that. I pray that. And for all y'all brethren out there that's listening to my voice, man, this is what y'all need to be praying. Pray that you pray always, man. Pray that you be a part of that number. You see, the church always loves to sing that same old song, oh, how I want to be in that number when the saints come marching in. Well, what do you think the saints going to do when they come marching in? Who marches? An army marches. Is that what you're saying you want to be? You want to be enlisted in this army? You see, because you so-called Christians are not about that life. Y'all ain't about slaying your oppressor. No, y'all ain't about that life. Y'all ain't about that life. So stop singing. Stop singing. You see, that's what I pray. I pray, oh, how I want to be in that number, so I can lay these crackers out. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that. Okay? I'm looking for that. You see, but we gotta be wise as serpents and harmless as doves, man. We gotta be smart in these days, man. We're supposed to wait on the Most High Yahawah. Wait on Him. He will send His Son to come and save us in His time. Alright, so let me continue on. So what did I get? I got Job 20:20. They shall not have that which they shall not save that which they desire. This is Psalms chapter 49. Psalms 49, verse 11. Oh, went too far. Slide. Psalms chapter 49, verse 11, it says, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. That's what these Edomites thinking. That's what these crackers keep thinking. They keep thinking that their rulership is going to continue forever. That's what they think. That's what they think. When Trump ushered in the Space Force, he said that we must have domination over space. That's a proudful man. That's a proudful man, and he only echoes what they all think. You see what I'm saying? But ain't gonna be no more of that. Ain't gonna be no more of that. Real soon, it's gonna be out the window. Let me say that again. Let me read that again. This is Psalms 49:11. It says, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Okay? But it's not going to stay that way. It ain't going to stay that way, man. This is over, man. This is over. Best get used to it. Get used to it. Get used to niggers standing up in your face and staring you down without fear. Get used to these spics. Get used to these spics that's standing in your face, fearless, ready to knock your fucking head off. Get ready for these so-called tontos. Huh? These so-called Native Americans. All these Gadites and their brethren of the northern tribes. Get ready for it, because they're going to be staring your ass up. They're going to be staring your ass down. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be staring your ass down. And they ain't going to give a damn. They're going to be ready to get that smoke. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to lay your ass out. All the tribes coming at you. All the tribes. The Most High's going to raise us up. He's going to raise us up in that day, man. Watch what happens, dude. Watch what happens. This is Jeremiah chapter 51. Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 19. It says, the portion of Jacob is not like them. For he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. Yahawah Sabaoth is his name. Verse 20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. And with thee will I destroy kingdoms. You see what I'm saying? And it goes even deeper. You know what I'm saying? But that's the point. That's the point. And it's going to be a bloodbath, man. When the Most High lays His Spirit on us, you won't be able to stop us. Just going to say it right there. Just going to say it like that. You won't be able to stop us. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, yeah, that leads into a scripture. That leads into a scripture that I got lined up. Let me see. Let me see something. This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 again. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 verse 17 says, he shall take to him his jealousy for complete armor. That's what the Israelites going to be. The Israelites going to be his complete armor. And make his creature his weapon. You see what I'm saying? So his jealousy and vengeance is going to be his shield plate. And Israel is going to be his weapon of war. Right? It says, and make the creature his weapon for the revenge of his enemies. It's not going to look pretty. It's not going to look pretty. It's not. It's not. I promise you that. I promise you that. It ain't going to be pretty, man. After y'all had your fun, after y'all done hunting us down, you know what I'm saying? Because I know it's happening. I know it's coming. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say it's coming. Y'all gonna have a field day hunting down niggas. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the Most High is gonna take care of us, man, and preserve a third of us. He's gonna take care of the third of us. Those of us that come back to His wise counsel. See what I'm saying? Only a third of us is gonna make it out of this. But when we do, we come to pay you a visit. We coming back to pay you a visit. Enjoy it while you can. I'm going to just say that. So this is Psalms chapter 73. Let me start off at verse 4. Psalm 73 verse 4, it says, for there are no bands in their depths, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. You see, this is the thing about y'all Edomites. Y'all have lived on in a great kingdom, the greatest that's ever come before you. America has been Edom's greatest kingdom ever. And it's going to fall. It's going to fall. It says there's no band in their depth. Their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Verse 6. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. Y'all have had more than what you ever needed. You have more than what your heart could wish for. You have cut down all the trees. You have polluted all the waters. Look at what you've been given and what you've done with it. The Most High gave this to you. He gave all of this to you. As it is written in Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. The earth was given into your hands. And look at what you've done to it. Look at what you've done to it. Air is polluted. Water is polluted. Full of nothing but filth. And it's killing the wildlife. All these whales are beaching themselves, committing suicide. They'd rather do that than to live in pain with plastic inside their bodies, killing them slowly. You see what I'm saying? The animals mourn. The sea life mourns. The trees are mourning. The rocks, all of it is mourning. All of it. The scriptures even say it. You see what I'm saying? Y'all have done nothing but wickedness on this planet. You are not fit to rule this earth. You are not fit to rule. And when the Most High sends his son back to reclaim his throne, all of that's going to go down. All of it. And every single last one of you are going into slavery. Where you belong. Where you belong. This is verse 8. Psalms chapter 73, verse 8. This is the point. It says, they are corrupt. And yes, you are. You are all corrupt. Continuing on, it says, and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. Notice that woman told that Gadite to go back to Mexico. Notice how she said to go back to Mexico. She's got some nerve. She's got some nerve. Not only did she get her nationality wrong, or her place of origin, I guess, right? But she completely neglected all of her own history. That's white privilege. White privilege is the ability to never have to say you're sorry over what you've done to Jacob. To never have to see his plight. See what I'm saying? So let me end off with this final scripture. This is 2nd Esdras. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 2. 2nd Esdras chapter 2, verse 28. It says, the heathen shall envy thee, but they shall be able to do nothing. But they shall be able to do nothing against thee, saith Yahawah. Let me read that again. It says, the heathen shall envy thee, but they shall be able to do nothing against thee, saith Yahawah. And that's the point. That's the point. That's the point. All these tribes are going to stand up, and the heathen will be able to do nothing. Alright, so I'm gonna cut this short. I'm going to say, Call Halal, Yahawah Bahashem, Yahawah Bahashem, Hawakakodash. Shalom to the brothers out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the sisters out there that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith, and remaining faithful to their husbands and guiding the children. Shalom to the 12 tribes that are scattered abroad, throughout the 4 corners of the earth. Peace and blessings to you. Barakathon. Shalom.